Hello and welcome to What's Popping. My name is Therese Laverton and I am here with the beautiful and talented Tanya Cristina, who is a fabulous, soulful singer-songwriter. Now, Tanya sadly lost her mother to cancer last year, but with the help and care of Macmillan Cancer Support, her and her family were not alone through her mother's illness. Bravely, Tanya has decided to put on a benefit concert at the end of May to raise money for this incredible charity. Hey Tanya, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm okay, thanks.
So, could you tell us a little bit about your mother's story?
So, my mum was just one of the most vivacious, fun and healthiest people you would ever have met, really. She was incredible, full of life, and all of a sudden it just kind of changed. She had a mild stomach ache and nothing that really worried her. She didn't go to the doctor or anything, but my sister is actually a GP, and she came over to visit one day and noticed that my mum had gone yellow, that she was jaundiced. So she took my mum straight to the doctors and they ran some tests. And then just shortly after her 69th birthday, we found out that she had pancreatic cancer. And there are no good cancers to get, but pancreatic cancer is quite aggressive usually by the time you find it. And especially when they can't operate, which they couldn't with my mum. And so we only really had a few months after that with her. She passed away on the 1st of July last year.
And that must have been really hard and painful for you guys. And what was the type of care that Macmillan provided for you and your family?
I think that, you know, when you're in hospital and you're surrounded by doctors and nurses who are busy and stretched, you can feel like a patient and not a person, and maybe not receive the kind of care that you would expect. Whereas with Macmillan, it's the opposite. We had a palliative care specialist nurse called Liz, and she was just the most wonderful woman. We just knew how much she cared about us, our family, and my mum. She really knew my mum, got to know what her wishes were, and did everything in her power to make things easier for her and for us, and for my mum to live out those few months the way that she wanted to. When my mum was in just unbelievable pain, it was Liz that we turned to, who helped us put together pain medications to control it. When she wasn't eating and she was really ill all the time and throwing up, it was Liz that we turned to for support and advice. And I think the kind of support that they offer, you know, during somebody's illness and treatment, and then right to the end when a lot of the other medics have kind of given up and sort of sent you away. And then even, you know, after we lost my mum, Macmillan provide support for families kind of coming to terms with their loss. So it's just an incredible charity. You know, whether you're living with cancer and you've gone into remission, or whether you are ill and you pass away with cancer, they're just there for everybody throughout. And you can tell it's more than just a job for them.
And what difference did it make to the whole process?
Nothing can take away from the horrendousness of watching someone that you love just kind of change and become really ill and losing them. But what they offered was just a lifeline, really. It meant that we weren't alone. It meant that we had someone we could talk to, someone we could turn to, and people who genuinely cared. It was so much more than a job for everyone that we kind of came into contact with. It made all the difference, really. It meant that we weren't alone in it.
So you've decided to put on this benefit concert on the 31st of May. What inspired you to do that?
So my mum asked me, she was briefly in hospital for a couple of weeks, and she asked me to put on a concert to raise money for Macmillan, for people who were experiencing cancer like her and needed the kind of care that she received from Liz. So I knew that a concert in aid of Macmillan was what I had to do, not only because it's a wonderful charity, but to honour my mum and to fulfil the promise I made to her.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, what can people be expecting from you?
It will be lots of fun. My mum is all about the fun, so it's not going to be something really sombre. It's going to be a real celebration. The music is soul and jazz with some R&B influences. It's a big band. There's 9 of us, including the singers. Incredible musicians, all of whom are donating their time, their resources for free in order to support Macmillan. And it's just going to be a wonderful evening of music and, you know, helping people who have cancer.
And along with going to the concert, what other ways are there for people to show their support and give to Macmillan?
There's a Just Giving page, so that's justgiving.com/Tanya Cristina, and all the money that we raise through that page goes straight to Macmillan. In addition, on the night of the concert, we'll be selling programmes, we'll be selling CDs. Again, all of the money will be going to Macmillan. So hopefully through Just Giving and through the concert itself, we'll raise a lot, I hope.
Fantastic. And the CDs, that's your EP, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my debut album. It's an acoustic album, and I don't want anything for it. So all the money that we take from people buying them and taking them home will go straight to Macmillan. And
your album's called Small Woman, Big Voice.
Yes.
So fantastic. I think that gives us a little clue as to what to expect on the evening as well.
Big voices, big songs.
Tell everyone how they're able to get tickets.
So the concert's on the 31st of May at King's Place, and it's a big concert hall near King's Cross, St Pancras, and they have a website, kingsplace.co.uk, and it's just /Macmillan, and that's us.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Tanya, for being here today and sharing your story, and I'm sure a lot of people are able to relate, and just kind of, I'm sure it will help. So thank you. If you guys want to know more and find out a little more about Tanya and her music and details about the concert, then check out the links below. She's on Facebook, Twitter, all of that. Thank you for watching What's Popping, and if you like what you saw, then please subscribe. If you like what you saw, then please subscribe.